And good evening. A level 1 has turned out to be quite the deal, as we've gotten tons of pictures. We've been posting those throughout the afternoon of dark skies and hail in a lot of places. A few moments ago, we posted about 2 cars that were kind of after each other that I got reports on up Highway 39. The last I'd heard, 1 car went on into Kemper County, 1 car stopped, and we're waiting for the police to help. So if you were in that area toward Kemper County on Highway 39, beware. That involved a BMW and a Honda Accord. If you were out that way, be careful. The streets are wet, and we want everybody safe. As we don't know what the problem or what was going on with that was, but that big concern when we've got streets wet, things like that going on. Afternoon. It is weather time. We do have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings that we're watching, one in Newton County and then one south of us that will be on the Laurel, Hattiesburg, Ellisville area as we do that. Let's get this started. Good evening. I'm watching from Bailey. Kathy Thomas, how are you? Glad to see you there. Let's pull up radar and let's get into this of what we've got and where we are with Meridian Honda radar. As we look at this, let's start with our severe thunderstorm warning. And as you can see, Lauderdale County getting a pounding as well there on radar. All right, let's go over and take a look at what we have. We got all my gadgets adjusted this afternoon as we look at this. Now, here we are, right here, severe thunderstorm warning, and this will last until 3:45. So we have quite a little bit of time left on this. A few moments ago, the National Weather Service radar indicated a severe thunderstorm capable of producing severe thunderstorms at 2:56. It was moving north at 20 miles an hour. It was located at Newton at that point. This will be at in the next 3 minutes. Be at Decatur. We'll be at Stratton at 3:25. Duffy, you'll get your share of it at 3:30. And Little Rock around 3:35 this afternoon as we watch this. Heavy rain with this, and with all of this, we have seen tons and tons of hail. If you'll notice, below this cloud cover right there at Decatur, we're showing now a lot of hail behind this storm. So keep that in mind as you're out and about doing your things this afternoon. Let's zoom in on this and look at this in Newton County as we've got this. Hickory, all of this area, getting heavy rain, even southwards as we follow this up here and we look at Highway 503 as it comes into Hickory. A lot of rain there. Now, the worst of the worst, let's turn on our location so you can see exactly where we are and what we've got here. This is going to be west of right here, 20 here is what we've got. And, of course, the Red Goat General Store, just to the west of there if you're going to be traveling up 503 north. All that area right there, that intersection, heavy. But the worst is going to cross Highway 15. This will be crossing and being Jeff in 15 minutes as we look at this. This is 503. This is Highway 15, this area of land in between. Now, let's look at these roads exactly where the storm is. Here's Lazy Boy, the plant right here on 15. Let's go up and get a closer look at this. As we zoom in on this, and we will take that right there, that's going to be Boyd Road as we come across. This is going to be sitting there at Boyd Road and also Norman Road. That's where that storm sits right now. It's getting ready to cross that and head into that way. And as we put this out, let's drag this out of the way where you can see as we see that, Jeff, this is our 30-minute window. We get this out of this. This is going to include Turkey Creek. This will come up and take in the Decatur campus there of East Central Community College there on the west side. The eastern side of Decatur, it looks like it'll miss that. And again, it's Mother Nature. It can move a little bit. But what involves this? What's our watch box? Let's look at this. This does include all the area starting here at Hickory. It comes across here to where Walmart is and will be just north of where Myers Processing is. Right there at the interstate is where this is, above Newton High School. Right there at 20 is where this begins there. Here's 15 and 80. It crosses, goes northward. Now, the west side of Turkey Creek, not so bad, but this is moving in that direction as we see it. Decatur, y'all be ready. Y'all look at this rain here in the next few moments. We're looking at this area here west of Lazy Acres Christmas Tree Farm. And again, as you get to the Dollar General there in Hickory, you see that, and you follow 503 right out of there, and you get to the Red Goat. It's going to be pouring rain all through there back to Newton. That area there is the worst, back to where the Walmart is. And then as we get here where the Veteran Cemetery is, just due north of there on the other side of 20 is where the worst of the worst is there in Newton County. Now, as we look at this, our friends that are going to be up here near Duffy at the Volunteer Fire Department, not raining there yet, but it is headed your way very shortly from now. As we see this now, rain coming up right here on Newton County High School. Now, heavier showers behind it, but the rain has reached there. A little bit of rain almost now at Conahatta. You've got a heavier shower coming. Y'all are not in the watch box area. This will go all the way up just shy of reaching Union. It'll be a quarter of a mile outside of town that it'll be shut off and won't make that. But again, that's where our thunderstorm warning is, that is lasting until 3:45. Now let's zip over here. We've got a lot of rain just to the east here in Lauderdale County as we just watch this come across Why Not Motorsports Park. It went just to the west of there. Boy, if we could hold the rain off, we could still race tonight. It's to the west of there, but we'll look at what's south of there in a few moments and take a judge of this. As we move northward into this, we follow this out, and this is going to be sitting right here. We pick up rain on Highway 496, Alamuch Wynot Road, right there at the Alamuch Volunteer Fire Department at 496, a lot of rain. And this travels back west all the way over to Russell Christian Academy. As you go north across there and you get here to Rainbow Lakes, look at the rain that's coming there. We got a lot right here also at Tom Bailey Lake, and we go northward as we'll see this. This is Dalewood here. Right there, Dalewood Lake getting a lot of rain. As we move back, this is the old Aiken Airfield right here. As we all know, there's a subdivision there, but they can land those planes there still. A lot of rain just to the east of there. You get here on Highway 45. Let's zoom in on this and look at what we're looking at. Lockhart. As you come down Minnebucket Road, it's going to get extremely wet there on Minnebucket, where it junctions in with Knoll Road. Be careful. That's very curvy. It's 2-lane. If you can wait up here and wait that out, it'd be best. We got showers now at Ralph Morgan Rodeo. As moving northward, and we've got rain at the front gate there, NAS Meridian. As we look at the runways, we're starting to get a little bit here on this western runway. It'll take them all here in a little bit. Rain out at North Lauderdale Water Association, as well as here at the Covington Fish Farm. We're starting to see showers move in on Daleville as well. Now, as we say all of this, and we see this in the northeastern corner of Lauderdale County, we're watching this severe thunderstorm here. We've got hail all in this area down here, Long Creek area where the Girl Scouts are, Enzor, those areas there have it there. It's north of there now, but we did have hail come through there. We've had a lot of hail that fell right down in here in the Enterprise area. Now, we go down and we look at our next severe thunderstorm warning that we've got here. This is going to be Ellisville, Laurel. If you're in that area this afternoon, you're going to have a severe thunderstorm warning until 3:45 also. So we're looking roughly 34 minutes remaining on both of these severe thunderstorm warnings as we watch this. Now, let's back out and turn this off, and let's look at the state as a whole as we put this in motion and we see which way this is moving. So what this shows us is basically everything that is at Hattiesburg, everything that is sitting right here is going to move northward. Chatham, Alabama, all of this is going to move northward towards Silas. As we look at this community right here of Clark, Mississippi, all of these storms, Leakesville, all that's going to be moving north. So that means we'll get probably some more showers moving into Clark and more into Lauderdale County at a little bit later time. A lot of rain is falling. This is heavy. As we've got this severe weather this afternoon as well as into tomorrow afternoon also. We'll have it this afternoon and then again tomorrow afternoon. With all of that being said, it's heavy. So if you don't have to travel this afternoon, at least for now, wait a few minutes. Wait this out. If you're in town and thinking you got to go home to Newton, wait about 20 minutes. It won't hurt to wait this out, do a little extra shopping and wait this out and let it pass before you get on these roads. So many of them hold water. And Madison is going to be joining us here in a few moments. I know that you just walked in. How are you, Madison?
Very sleepy.
Well, it's time to wake up and go to work. We got some weather to tell folks about.
It's also hard for me to talk because I've lost my voice.
She's been under the weather a little bit. We should be checking the inboxes. If you've got pictures, you've got things going on in your neighborhood, make sure to get us that, and we'll get that as well posted online. A big thank you to our latest sponsor that helps us bring you all this, Meridian Honda Radar. A big thank you to them. And every one of these guys that you see on the screen that are rotating out, Miss Rodney, right there, the muffler shop, and everybody that's part of this, thank y'all for being a part of the weather coverage that we bring you when weather turns bad. All right. Let's look at this. Let's back out. Again, 345. We're watching both of these severe thunderstorm warnings in the state of Mississippi. As we come down further, we look at Biloxi, this area here. And why do I do this? This is going to be moving northward here through Wiggins and these areas here through Richton a little bit later. This will make its way through Heidelberg and back up Newton. You'll probably get another round of this also. So let's begin again in Clark County, the northwest corner here, where we've had tons and tons of reports of we've had hail in those areas there. Jason tells us hail in Newton for the last 15 minutes. Appreciate that. Teresa Breedlove, thanks for watching there as we watch up. Hail in Lauderdale, Wade Parker said. Denise is watching. Let's see what else we've got. Milbo. Did I say that right, Jimmy? Glad to have you there. Decatur getting hail. Rainbow Lakes, it's hailing there also. We're getting reports of power outages at NAS Meridian and lots of hail. A downpour in North Meridian, we're getting reports of, and y'all hear all of this. We're getting lots of information of lightning striking here and there across the board. As we'll see here. All right, let's see here. Let's see. This was a few moments ago. I just got a text and always keep your thoughts and prayers on people when things go wrong. Somebody texted me and said that a boat has overturned in Gin Creek at Oak Tibby. 4 people hanging on. People are en route to help them. Let's hope they get there and get that taken care of. Again, that's at Gin Creek at Oak Tibby. Keep them in your thoughts there as we get a message of trouble in that area there. And we also just got a report, somebody texted me, of a wreck on Highway 45 near the Cotton Gin. Again, our streets are wet. It's just north of Cotton Gin Road, so that'll be right above Highway 45 there. Be careful there. Again, let's keep those people in our thoughts out at Oak Tibby as they try to get there to get that straightened out as a boat overturned. And with all this wind and rain this came through, we can understand how that happened. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Let's see. Ashton says she's got video of it pouring down, the hail on her roof there. We'd like to have that. Send that to us. Let me do this real quick. Let me pull up some so we'll be able to tell you also where power outages are happening this afternoon. Let me pull up a few of these and get these loaded as we do this. Several things. Madison, anything that you need to catch us up on that you're seeing from your side?
Just a lot of hail constantly, in Newton, Tunsuba. I saw earlier there was hail in Cogsville.
Cogsville has. I've gotten several reports of that also, of being heavy there also.
Russell has it too.
Ooh, y'all be careful in Russell. We're getting a few things pulled up here is what I'm doing to make sure we're checking.
A lot of pictures of the hail in Russell. Someone has a huge amount in their hand that's pretty big for hail.
All right, I'm getting reports here from the National Weather Service telling us that in Petal, Forest County, a lot of hail pouring there also. Storm reports in Jackson, they had penny-sized hail. Also, let's see here, the strong thunderstorm will impact portions of southeastern Kemper. We've got that through 4 p.m., so that's not backing off. It's going through all of my latest news bulletins that we're getting here. All right, let's go back to radar, and let's first look at power outages. We have 152. Here we go to take a look and let you see what I got to hit another button. All right, what we've got is 152 right here, right there without power. Let's zoom in on this so you can see what we've got. This is going to be north of Bailey. This is going to be all of this area out here. Here's Highway 495. We zoom in a little bit closer here. Gumlog Road. Trick Talbot Road as we get up here and this comes up to Gunlog, and then we'll get over here to Haywood Road. These areas here at Center Hill without power. 152 there with the EMEPA without power this afternoon. So quite a few folks there limping along without power. All right, let's look at radar. We got a couple of these storms as we go back and we pull up reading Honda radar. Let's go north of Decatur here and look at this.
I was posting a video of this hail indicator.
You just got that posted?
I'm about to.
All right, as we look at this, all right, we're getting that loaded up. Let's zoom in on this as we look at radar here. Now, as you can tell, south of 20 has gotten better in Newton County as we look at this, and this line has moved up just a little bit here. This line will fall just south of where the red goat is on Highway 503 and cut right across to Walmart. It will go north, and we come out of 15 out of Newton. We go past Lazy Boy. We get in these areas here, and this stretch here is going to be the heaviest of what we've got. Let's pull this up where you can see here. We zoom in. Right along in there, and I didn't get a name on that particular road. Midway Road, we've got that on Highway 15, which would go to the west where this junction's across. If you live on Scoggin Road in that area there, that's the heaviest that we've got in Newton County right now. We back out so you can see this a little bit bigger. And a lot of you use your phone, some of you use your tablets, and a lot of people throw this on their television. I want to remind you, you can also watch us on YouTube as well. I got a link to it in the description here. If you've never joined us on YouTube, it's a great way for a backup to have a different way to watch this. Should you have trouble with one or the other, be prepared and have them both there in case you need it. As we go north here, as we come up on Newton County High School right there, Newton County High, a lot of rain in that area. Just outside of town, the rain slacks off, but this is the leading edge of the storm. And let me show you where this is going. This is who should expect the storm in the next few moments. We've got Rock Branch. Y'all have this in 18 minutes. Willoughby in 21 minutes. Greenland within 23 minutes. And also Rock Creek. Now, all of these areas are in the extreme northern portion of Newton County, right at the Neshoba County line. All that rain there as we see that. Still this 503 south of Decatur, south of, we get into Hickory, all these areas here, a lot of rain. We're starting to see a break here in Newton as the rain has moved just past Newton High School. It's above Myers processing now. And when you get to the intersection right there where you turn to go on 80, a little bit lighter. But the further east that you go toward Lauderdale County, the heavier the rain is going to be if you're traveling toward Hickory in that direction. Y'all be careful on that road. That one always spooks me there, it being a two-lane there. If you travel north, it's going to be the same as we look at this. Again, we've got roughly, 15.5 is 24 minutes or so remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning. All right, as we ease back across the county, we see that coming up Stuckey's Bridge, if you live in that area of the county, you've got a little shower coming that will be kind of heavy, but you're not getting near the rain that we're getting in the eastern portions of the county and up by Daleville. Dalewood getting dumped on right now. There's no other way to word this. Let's go on Highway 45 and look at all of this. The stretches in between Northwest, out here at North Lauderdale Water Association, all the way up to the creek, all the way up here to Sam Dale. We got a lot of rain covering all of the airport. Now, as we see this, the further east we go, the heavier this is going to get in Lauderdale County. We go here to Rainbow Lakes. Look at there. And if you follow Rainbow Lakes, and if you were to get on Russell Tompton Road and follow this all the way up through here toward 45, and you pass White Cemetery right along in there, all of that area, heavy rain, even till you get to 45. Now, we get to 45, and we come up here in the intersection here, Minnow Bucket Road. Look at this. Still dumping rain on y'all. We move east as it gets up here at the lake, and all around this area here. If you live on the front side, that would be your... we'll call it the west side of the lake. It's getting the most of the rain right now. Heavy on the other side, but on the west side of the lake, the worst. All of the Ralph Morgan Rodeo Arena, pouring rain right now. It's right now at the airport at NAS Meridian. As we look at Kemper, not that bad yet, but this is moving into your county. As we look here at Kemper Springs, y'all don't have the rain yet. It might be a sprinkle, but it's getting heavier and heavier towards you. Let's see, have we got any comments that we hadn't covered, Madison?
They're saying it's pretty bad in Decatur. It's getting pretty bad. It's raining really hard in Stratton. Let's see, a lot of just hail everywhere. It seems like everyone is getting it. Kathleen said the temperature at her house in Kemper has dropped from 94 to 87 degrees within minutes after the wind started.
All right, we just got a report on this one also, Madison. Hail in Stonewall was recorded to be a quarter size. Quarter size hail there, and accumulating is what we got. That was at just a few moments ago that was reported as we put that out to you. Hail can hurt you. That will damage your vehicle, especially quarter size hail. Let's see, Forest, Mississippi, penny size hail. Newton, severe thunderstorm warning, that's still going on. I'm looking here to see if we've got any more. That's the latest that we got on storm damage. Let's go back up and pull up radar here where we can all see this. What was that? I want to make sure that wasn't anything new. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning for Forest and Jones County just got issued. As we look at that, that's going to be south of us in those areas. As we pull back up Meridian Honda radar, and again, we've got several people without power at this point. As we look to our friends at the east, Gilbertown, Alabama, y'all got a small shower here just west of town, just past the red light. Butler, you're okay. If you go from Butler to Lisbon, you're going to have a little bit of rain there. Not bad in those areas there. Northern Lauderdale County is still the worst of what we've got there. Now, with all this being said, of that new warning issued, as we go back down here and take a look here, look at all of this area here. We got a thunderstorm warning here, and then we've also got a thunderstorm warning here. And we look at this. This is going to be until 4 p.m. as we see that central Washington County, right across the line there in Alabama, and Greene County in Mississippi have a severe thunderstorm warning until 4 o'clock. We'll watch these, and again, this is South Wayne County. You're most likely going to get some of these storms, and then if it were to continue, we would have more coming up through the Shibuda area following that. A lot of rain here in the Laurel-Hattiesburg area, and let's make sure that that's still expiring at 3:45. It is. We'll watch this one also.
Someone said traffic is slow on the causeway where the boat got turned over at Okeechobee.
Okay, yeah.
Very slow traffic on the causeway.
I bet so. Let's see here. What did I get there? Thank you for sending that. We appreciate that message. Let me make sure I hadn't got any more messages on that. Just checking to make sure that we've got the latest. And again, if you've got a weather report for us, send that to us. We'd love to have that. I got a note with the Meridian Police Department, as we'd mentioned, was helping out with that incident up Highway 39 a little bit ago. They went further to help. That was a mess, and we'll hopefully get all the details on that in a little bit, of the car chase that we mentioned, where the two cars were chasing each other up Highway 39, bumping one another. The person that was causing it, from what I understand, went on toward DeKalb. And then another car stopped here as police got to the rescue. And I know that was greatly appreciated for that. Do I know the details of what went on? No, I do not. I don't know whether they knew each other. Was it domestic? I do not know at this point. But it was some bumper-to-bumper car action that started somewhere around Northeast Park in that area there, past Barham Funeral Home, and went northward a while ago. You just never know what you're going to bump into on the highways, do you? Bad situations out there. And I assume that everybody watching is aware of the situation that we had in Meridian last night. If you have not, scroll back on our Facebook page or visit sammedia.network to read the latest of the shootings that happened last night. We'll be here throughout the evening hours to watch all of that as well. As we got a little sidetracked from weather there, just of a update there as we look around at the many things that affect us, the same as weather. John Etheridge tells us we're getting hail on Highway 496, marble size. That would hurt. I keep you in mind of this. If you've got a pet, hail is coming down, let them inside the laundry room there for a little bit. Now, as we go back to this severe thunderstorm warning, the intensity of this is starting to do a little bit of breaking. As you can see, the colors are not as bad as they were before. We still got some heavy rain there on Highway 15 that is approaching all the way up. Let's do a hard reboot here. Let me do this where this will show us the latest that we've got. It needs to be buffered out.
There's hail on 496 a little while ago with this as the size of marbles.
That's big.
That's pretty bad. It being that big.
Yeah, you couldn't get it out, could you?
Did she?
Your
The boat flipped on the causeway. The causeway is backed up with traffic right now.
So if you're in that area, keep it in mind. As we go back to radar, as we
area is it again?
Oktibbe.
Oktibbe Lake.
Oktibbe Lake is where that is there at the causeway of where that boat capsized. And it sounds like everybody is okay. If anybody's got an update on that, please pass that along to us. Now, as we look at radar, the good news on this is breaking up. It's not as bad as it was, and that is the good news with all of this. Kemper County, this is moving into you north of, out of Lauderdale County. Still heavy rain up here. Let's turn on our locations where we see where everything is kind of happening now. Let's go back into Newton County here. For a lot of times, they'll change the sides of where the watch box area is. They have not moved this. We are 14 minutes now away from this expiring. As we can see, it's better. Light rain there at the Red Goat as we travel up 503 and head toward Decatur. Now, once you get to Decatur, now it's still raining there as you go past Newton County High. Once you get to the stop sign, red light there at Decatur, and go north on 15, it's going to get heavier there for a little while. Probably a 8 to 9 mile stretch there of heavy showers there. And also, if you're going to cut here at Decatur and cut across Little Rock, Decatur Road, expect a lot of rain on that road also before you reach 494. That's what we're watching there. And again, a few minutes remaining on that as we look at Lauderdale County. Better there at Rock Hill Church as we come across. A little bit of showers there on Highway 494. And we come to this eastern side of Lauderdale County. The storms now kind of start here at 5920, right there at the Simmons Wright store. It will go north and cross 20, and after you get a few miles out into the pastures here as we look at this, we get up, let's look at Bethel Cemetery right there. That's where the rain will pick up. This is going to be where Thomas Road and also Bethel Cemetery Road is. Where those meet is where the worst of the rain picks up there, and it will go northward. By the time we get, what was that about? We got an update there. As we get up to Sweet Pilgrim Church, that area right there, that's going to be heavy, heavy rain. Moving north through Lauderdale County. It's now on the east side of the lake here at Dalewood. If you live on the back side of Dalewood, it's heavier rain than it is on the west side now. So that means it's traveling off and getting better.
Someone said their work has lost its lights and they are waiting on the storm. They are in Russell, Ontario right now. So they're just hoping that this storm will pass. Yes,
we do too. And matter of fact, let's do this one more time. Let's go back and check our outages and see if we've got anything new added. And it's always a good gauge of wind damage. Now, this is great. EMEPA on the job as we pull this back up to show you here. They've got all the power in these areas here back up. Now, let me do this. I have not checked Mississippi Power, and I need to do that. Let me go over here and see what's going on with Mississippi Power. I got a button just for this. And then we'll look at Central. We'll look at all of these.
I was not expecting it to rain today, actually.
Well, you weren't listening to me, were you?
Oh, not earlier today. I wasn't. Because I was busy helping Mama.
Yeah, when they don't listen to you. I talked about it yesterday, today, and it was going to be rain. As we look here, we do have some power outages out to our West Union. These areas here, let's pull this up where we'll show this where everyone can see now. As we pull up that browser there, we've got power outages right there at Decatur, about 62 people without power. So that means we had a lot of wind come with this rain here. A couple of people south of the interstate, about 3 people. But Decatur, a big hit there with the power outage, and then we go a little bit north of there, and we get up here to the northeast of Decatur. If you live in that area right there, we got some power outages there. Unknown as to how long it'll take them to get it back. We want you, it's going to be off Carlton Branch. Glen Road.
Down in Decatur right now.
A lot of rain there. All right, let's look here. As we go to Mississippi Power, there is a lot of people without power there for them also. As we pull this up, 1,000 people is what we're showing. Let's zoom in on this so you'll see here. This is going to be, here's Tucker. This is just north here. Here's Little Rock, this area right here. Highway 492, 1012, right along in there without power there. County Road 274, 288. If you live in there, y'all know where I'm talking about, that area. Here's Highway 19. This is going to be House. That shortcut due across there to make it to Union without power. I think we've covered everybody on the power there. So let's go back to radar now and take a look at what we've got as we look at these last few moments here. All right, the National Weather Service has made a change. Let's pull this up where you can see this. The National Weather Service has canceled the severe thunderstorm warning that was for Decatur, and that does look a lot better as we zoom in on this. We're going to cover this real quick here so you'll know all of these areas before we close out, as our warnings have died down. Should they come back, we'll come back and go live here in just a moment also. But as we go into the Decatur area, let's look closely here at what we've got. This is going to be north of 20 now and north of Decatur. The worst of it. We have a little bit of heavy rain right here around the high school, but due north of there is where we were showing with that power outage. You remember that? We had a big power outage here and a power outage right in here. This stretch of road in between here, Little Rock, Decatur Road, heavy rain in between there and 494 before you make it over to Little Rock. Highway 15, it's pouring as you try to make it to Union. Be careful, 2 lanes. And also here, Highway 489. We don't want you on those unless you just have to be for the next few moments. We move across and we look at Kemper County and Lauderdale County. Starting to see some lightning strikes in Kemper. There are no warnings. But right here at Kemper Springs, Volunteer Fire Department, a lot of rain. And the heavier north you go, and again, this is going to be the rural route, just due east of 39. Here's Blackwater, and back in here, these areas that don't quite have some roads, all of these areas here. In between these pine trees and things. Boy, it's a lot of rain coming down. As we zoom in on this, if you're in Kemper County, that's going to be Pleasant Grove Church. If you're in that area, pouring rain on you also. As we pull this up and we go right there, it's going to be Center Ridge Church Road. All of that, pouring rain on you. We look at the big picture here. Here's the Cowboy Church. Here's Highway 45 at the Chicken Shack. Eastern Lauderdale County on the backside of the lake. A lot of rain here past Dalewood as we get over here as the Kewanee Road. We're showing here 17. If you're traveling Highway 17 north of York, be careful. A lot of rain right there also. We move down and look at this in areas that we'll be watching throughout the afternoon. Let's just look at this. We'll watch all of this down here around Laurel. We got some showers developing here. Is it a chance that we could have some storms just kind of pop up over the next little bit? Yeah. John Talbert said they had 11-degree drop in the temperature in the last 30 minutes. Madison?
That's pretty insane.
That's a lot there. Now, that's a rundown of what we've got now. Feel free to inbox us if you've got a message. We'll do our best to answer that for you and keep you up to date. As we said, now the threat has kind of went away. Now, let's look at our 2 things here that I just noticed on radar. We've gotten 2 reports here of damage. Hail as large as quarter-size hail. We mentioned that a while ago in Stonewall. That coming in. And then we also have a report right here in Lauderdale County. Let's zoom in on this and look and see what we've got. We've got reported in the Causeyville Long Creek area there. Hail is what we had gotten there. So a lot of that. All right, let's be safe. By all means, with everything we do, we're going to be behind the scenes watching all this weather. And as you can see, there's other storms developing. It's not here yet, but it does run that risk of coming back here. By all means, we'll interrupt. We'll go live to let you know exactly where it is and what it's doing. So be careful, most of all, no matter where you go, what you do. Watch your surroundings, and I'm hearing something that just fired off. So let's see what we've got here. Let's see. Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for Smith County is where this is going to be. This is going to be to our neighbors to the west here. Let's zoom in on this. Let me refresh this, and I'll show you where this is also. This means that this could affect later as we pull this up. This could affect Newton in these areas here in the next little bit. Right here. All right, let's turn this off where you can see here as we go back into Meridian Honda radar. It's going to be south of Taylorsville, this area here, Silverina, Raleigh. Y'all will get this storm here. This is the Mize, Taylorsville area. Just a heads up for y'all and those areas there in the storm. Let's see here. is going to be until 4:15. So we've got 35 minutes on this storm here as we watch this. We'll be watching this. If this becomes a threat in this area here, we're going to go back live with this so you'll know exactly who, what, and why. If you're in these areas here around Collins and Seminary watching us this afternoon, north of Laurel, just be on standby as we watch this. Lewin, we could get some rain in Montrose from this as well, but no warnings up in here at this point. Let's take a quick peek here as we look at the storm that has made it out of Lauderdale County and now right over here in Alabama. Let's look at this. Where are we here? Here's Epps, Alabama to the east here. This is Alabama 17, Alabama 28 that cuts over to Livingston. This should put it about where Boyd, Alabama is. Sumterville, Hamner. Y'all are going to get this in 18 minutes. Now, again, no warning with it, but it's still a lot of rain there. As we look at that, that's heavy there. Be careful. That's a rundown of the weather that we've got right now. Again, we'll come back live and let you know should we have any more issues come up, as we've had tons and tons of remarks about the hail that has come through the area. And Lynn told me to leave Madison alone. Lynn.
Please let me live my life peacefully. Thank you.
A big thanks, Madison, for coming in and helping out. And if we get some more videos, we'll get those loaded for you as well this afternoon. Thank y'all so much for watching and being a part of what we do to keep everybody safe. That's where we are and what we do. We'll be back soon, and thank you again for joining us.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: